Getting a good night's sleep is a frustrating problem for a lot of people, and finding the right treatment for sleep apnea can also be a big challenge. The experts at Airway Sleep and TMJ Solutions are helping many people with those solutions for sleep disorders and airway issues. Here to explain more on what makes their treatment unique is practice administrator Britt Randall. Good morning, Britt. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So talk about how you got involved in this field for Airway Solutions.
So I've been a part of the dental practice. It's associated with a dental practice. So I've been part of the group for many years now. And Dr. Azus has had an affinity for sleep apnea for more than 15 years. So over the course of his career, there's been a lot of classes that we've attended, and really have seen so many of our patients have a need to find a solution to symptoms that they didn't even maybe necessarily know were connected with their airway. And so over the course of time, he's attended a lot of seminars, and now we have a specialty practice that's specifically focused on helping patients with these symptoms.
Yeah, that's awesome, because I can only imagine how frustrating it must be when someone just wants to sleep night in, night out, and they just can't get that good night's sleep. Talk about what makes your approach, what you do there, treating airway and sleep solutions, unique.
Yeah, so what we're working to do is help the body help itself, right? So what Dr. Azus would do is take a look at an individual's airway and what that looks like. And if possible, we're going to look to expand that. And when we open up the airway, it helps solve for a lot of those solutions that patients have. So if they've been diagnosed with sleep apnea, maybe have a CPAP machine, this is a long-term approach that should provide them a significant amount of relief. And sometimes they don't even need the CPAP machine, depending upon how much airway expansion can be obtained.
Britt, can you tell us about some of the common symptoms that your patients experience with TMJ and airway?
Sure. So a lot of our patients have migraines. They get up multiple times in the middle of the night. They suffer from extreme fatigue. We also work with children, and so a lot of times children may have been just recently diagnosed or have been diagnosed with ADD, or maybe even a delayed bedwetter. There's a lot of symptoms that are associated with the body's ability to try to function, and when your airway is restricted, it can impact a lot of those things, and there's a lot of symptoms that we may be feeling and maybe not necessarily recognizing that there's a connection with our airway.
When patients start coming in and receiving treatment, how soon will they get relief from like TMJ symptoms?
I mean, that's a great question. It really depends on the severity of the case. Sometimes patients receive relief in days, sometimes it takes weeks. It's just really depending upon how severe their symptoms may be.
And are you able to treat that pain that's associated with TMJ?
Absolutely. Dr. Zeus would look to try to, adjust the bite so that it's more in alignment with what the body needs, so that the muscles can relax and our patients can feel those reliefs.
And what is that process when someone comes in? What are you going to do to help them figure out their treatment plan and the solution to their problem?
So what we would do is we would initially have our patients come through a consult session, where they meet our consult specialist. We'll review your health history, identify whether or not you could potentially be a candidate, and then you would meet with Dr. Zeus. He would do a full consultation, and look for more of the symptoms that he may be looking for. And then we would usually recommend a patient having a scan of their airway to see what size they're currently working with and what potential expansion might be available. And then from there, we would customize a solution for the patient, and come up with their potential treatment plan.
Well, this could be the answer for a lot of people who may be dealing with some of these issues. Britt, thanks so much for sharing this with us this morning. You can learn more about this treatment at Airway Sleep TMJ Solutions.com.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.